Hi everybody and welcome to my channel Lunar Not Living. Today I'm so excited to show you my first tarot deck ever, which came with this little book here, Secrets of Tarot by Amanda Hall, and I would like to do a walkthrough comparison with the classic Rider-Waite-Smith. Before I show you everything, I would like to tell you the story behind this tarot deck, which kind of coincides with my spiritual awakening. The reason why I would like to tell you a little bit more about myself today is really out of gratitude for you guys. I'm so appreciative of your support. I really cannot believe that I only started this channel a little bit longer than 2 months ago, and I already received so much support, engagement, all the kind comments. So I would like to tell you a little bit more about myself and my spiritual journey. I believe it all began about 3 years ago when I realized that spirituality was pretty much missing from my life. I didn't really know what spirituality would look like for me, but I did know that I absolutely wanted to connect with something greater than myself. So I started doing some soul searching, and then I came to the conclusion that I wanted to pursue further education and become a health coach. I remember that pretty quickly in the course, I began learning more about the spiritual dimension of well-being, which became my favorite. Fast forward a year and a half ago, one day I remember hanging out at TK Maxx, which is my favorite store ever. I believe in the US you call it TJ Maxx. I was by the book section of the store and I saw this deck. I was so drawn to this deck, I couldn't believe it. Just consider that back then I didn't know much about tarot, so this just hit me like a tons of bricks. Then I also remember that next to the deck there was this book, Moon Spells by Aurora Kane, and I got so intrigued that I ended up buying both the deck and the book. I came home, I started reading about tarot and about witchcraft, and within the following days I also started reading about other subjects like astrology, crystals, angels, and with time I started buying more books, oracle decks, crystals. That day at TK Maxx pretty much was the start of it all, because it created this huge hunger for me to learn about all these topics that I kind of joke about the fact that I got my spiritual awakening at TK Maxx, which is ridiculous, and I know that that was not the case, but it was a very important moment in my spiritual journey because it was the start of it all. Then I got so intrigued about manifesting with the phases of the moon, with Yasmin Bolan's teachings, and I decided to become a certified moonologer. And I realized that obviously I was a lunar witch. So this inspired the name Luna, because Luna is not my birth name. Luna is my stage name or witch name. I love it. I find it so me. While my birth name, which I also love, is Giulia, which is a very, very common Italian name, especially in Rome, the city where I was born and I come from. It's inspired by Caesar, so it comes from Giulio Cesare, and that's why there are so many Giulias in Italy, especially in Rome. So yeah, guys, you can call me either. I don't mind. But in the spiritual world, I tend to use Luna because I absolutely love it. I find it so inspiring and so me. So that was me sharing a little bit more about myself with you guys. And now that you know why this deck means so much to me, I would like to take a closer look to the book, and then we can do the walkthrough comparison with the classic Rider-Waite-Smith. So this book, as I was saying before, is by Amanda Hall. Secrets of Tarot. Tarot is a form of fortune telling or predicting events that has been used for many centuries to provide guidance and help people understand the emotional issues influencing their lives. Secrets of Tarot show you how tarot can bring insight to personal and professional situations and how it can positively influence your life. Then you have an explanation of what the major and minor arcana are. And about Amanda Hall, the author. Amanda Hall, clairvoyant and astrologer, has wide experience in the psychic field and brings an immense amount of knowledge and understanding to her reading and teaching of tarot. Beautiful full-color pictures of the cards accompany the comprehensive step-by-step guide to the tarot spreads. Learn how to interpret a spread and how to perform a detailed reading for yourself and others. Secrets of Tarot is easy to follow and will help you fulfill your destiny. So imagine this, guys. I'm at TK not knowing anything about tarot, and the only tarot deck that was being sold there that day was this, which is clearly for ultra beginners. I mean, what are the odds? So yeah, this book is produced by Hinkler. I can see here that the first edition was printed in 2005. This, I believe, was printed in 2019. And yeah, it contains an introduction, the history and an origin of tarot. Then it has reading the tarot, the cards, psychic protection, and then it goes through tarot spreads. And the whole book is tarot spreads because the keywords are already, the keywords of each major and minor arcana are already within the cards. So here you can find a conclusion, and then about the author, Amanda Hall. Wonderful. So let's explore the deck now. So this is the deck. As you can see here, you have the keywords at the bottom of the cards. And then another thing that you will probably notice is that they don't come with Roman numbers. I would think it's because they wanted to make it the easiest possible for a beginner in tarot, so that they would only focus on the symbolism and the keywords of the cards. That's my theory, but if you have another one, let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about the keywords so far and the way the symbolism is reproduced in each card? Do you think that this is good for very early beginners? Because it really helped me at the start of my tarot journey. And honestly, I assume that this is a deck that is that you can easily find maybe online. Personally, what I did is after buying this deck, then I also started buying tarot books. So I would help myself with the books as well. Because, I mean, it's kind of impossible, in my opinion, to put all the possible keywords and nuances of each single card within this little space right here. Like, you can't possibly do that. You can't. It's interesting how, for example, in this case, they decided not to draw a face. And I'm wondering what you guys think about it. look how the Nine of Pentacles is represented. That's nice. Alright guys, we are at the end of the deck. I hope you enjoyed this video with my first tarot deck ever, and with me sharing a little bit more about myself and my spiritual journey. And I'm so happy to pass this deck on to one of my best friends now, who's just beginning her own tarot journey. This deck was a very important part of mine, so it does feel very special to be able to give it to someone I love as she begins with tarot herself. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. With love and light, Luna.